What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope that the content that I will be sharing with you guys will help you out in some way. Even if you just learn one thing, consider subscribing to my channel and stay tuned for more insightful videos. With that said, today's topic is quite interesting and an exciting one. I'm going to share with you guys how you can make 10,000 Rand per day with no skills and no work needed. No, I'm joking, that is total bullshit and it is not possible. You've probably seen videos on TikTok or Instagram where people advertise how you can get rich quick. And I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but there is no such thing as a get rich quick scheme. It's impossible to make that amount of money without doing something illegal or maybe scamming other people out of their hard-earned money. So with that out of the way, I hope that the next thing that I'm going to say won't offend you guys, and I really do mean it well, but I feel that if you can't see through get rich quick schemes or these TikTok or Instagram videos, you should probably stay away from investing. You as an individual investor should be able to see through these scams, and if this is something that has happened to you before, just make sure that you learn a lesson and don't let it happen again. So with that out of the way, I'm going to share with you guys 5 of the best short-term investments that you can make in 2022. And I'm going to leave the best one for last because I feel that this is the one that can make a real difference in your life as an investor. So before we go on, let's just quickly clarify what a short-term investment is. And if we Google short-term investment, it's probably something like an investment that will mature within a year, where you take on little to no risk and you can get access to your money quite easily. And although this is a good definition for a short-term investment, that sounds pretty flippin' boring. The best recommended short-term investments are stuff like a money market account, treasury or corporate bonds, or even high-yield savings accounts. And although these can be great saving tools, unfortunately, they won't make you a lot of money in the short term. Some of them, like the money market, even requires you to have around 200 or 250,000 Rand to get started. And if we are talking about that amount of money, we can definitely invest it somewhere else. So before I share these investment options with you guys, we really do need to understand that the short-term investment definition is different for me and will probably be different for you as well. It all depends on the amount of risk that you are willing to take and how long you are willing to wait to get a return. So if you know me, you know that I am a big fan of long-term investing, and although I have made some short-term investments, they are definitely different than what Google are describing. So if I make short-term investments, I want to have access to my money quite easily. I want it to mature within a year and I want to get high returns. That sounds much more exciting than the previous short-term definition. So we do have to understand with high risks come high reward. And it all depends on your risk profile, and I would generally advise you guys to not invest money that you need in the next year. So with that said, the first investment that I would recommend is to invest in small cap companies that has been beaten down over the last 6 months and get a good entry point into that small cap company. So I'm going to show you guys an example. This is by no means me telling you to buy the specific stock, but this is just an indication of what you can achieve when you focus on this type of investments. So the example that I'm going to share with you guys is Purple Group. It is a small cap company that a lot of South Africans probably know. And if we click on the 6-month tab, we can see that this stock has taken a beating over the last 6 months. And this is great because this can give us as an investor a good entry point to this stock. So if we look at the high point of the stock and we have a look at the low point of the stock, I feel that it will be possible for this stock to go up around 10% at least within the next 6 months. So if you wanted to invest an amount and get a 10% return in a short period of time, something like this can work quite well. The stock can even go up more than 10%, and it all depends on your risk appetite. Are you willing to wait a bit longer, and are you willing to take on a bit more risk? But let's say we bought at the low where it is currently trading, and we waited a few months. We can reach anything from 10 to 23, even to 40% in the best case scenario. So with that said, this is obviously just an example, and it might be that this stock never goes up, but unfortunately that is part of the risk that we take. The next investment option that we have is to invest in dividend-paying stocks. And dividend-paying stocks is great because the value of the shares can go up and you can receive a quarterly dividend every year. And some of the examples that I will be sharing with you guys is anything like Coca-Cola that has around 2.78% yield, something like Standard Bank or Exero Resources Limited, however you pronounce that. It's basically a mining company. They have a massive dividend yield of 16.42%. I do feel that this includes a special dividend, but companies like Standard Bank as well, you can have a look at some of the best paying dividend stocks to hold for a short term to receive appreciation as well as a dividend every quarter. The next investment that you guys can make that can make a massive difference in your life is to pay off your debt. And although this is another boring investment tip, this is something that can help you out a lot. You can't invest and grow your wealth if you still have consumer debt that is holding you back. Consumer debt usually has quite high interest rates, and unfortunately, if you keep on adding on to your debt, you will never get ahead in life. This might seem really rude to say, but unfortunately it is impossible to grow your wealth with bad debt. Debt on its own is definitely not bad. There's ways to use debt to grow our wealth, but unfortunately we can't hide the fact that consumer debt is killing all South Africans. If you want to pay off your debt, you have one of two options. One is a debt snowball or a debt avalanche strategy. I actually made a video about how you can pay off your debt quickly and how you can start and fast track your journey to financial freedom. So with that said, if this is something that you're interested in, I'll share the link down in the description, and definitely consider having a look at this video. The next investment tip that I'm going to share with you guys is to invest in cryptocurrency. And again, this is something that sounds exciting for a lot of people, and it is definitely an exciting investment vehicle. Over the past few months, Bitcoin and Ethereum specifically, or actually all cryptocurrencies, has been very volatile, and that really gives us a few good opportunities. If we would have invested in Bitcoin around a week ago, we would have received a pretty good return in a very short period of time. So I'm just going to click here and just give you guys an example. If we would have invested in Bitcoin on the 12th of July and kept it until now, we would have received a return of 17%. This is a very short-term investment period. This is just to show you guys what is possible when we invest in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. I actually think Ethereum performed even better, and let me just quickly check. If we go and we said we wanted, let's just check, we would have received a 44% return. That is literally in 9 days. So this is just an example of what we can achieve with cryptocurrencies. Although I'm not a huge fan of this, I feel that you can take on some risk investing in crypto. And the fact is, there's a lot of people that got really rich really quickly. The last tip, and probably the most important one, is the best investment that you can make in 2022 is to invest in yourself. And this might seem boring for most, and if you are going to click away from this video, it probably says a lot about your personality. I feel that we as humans constantly need to work on improving ourselves, and improving all of the skills that we have. We always need to learn new skills, and it's important to get specialized knowledge about topics like crypto, small cap companies, and in long-term and short-term investments. And it's important to understand that without having the correct knowledge, we can fall for stupid shit like get rich quick schemes or Ponzi schemes. And ultimately, this is stuff that we really want to avoid. So by investing in yourself, whether it's mentally or physically, it's really important to never stop learning. And with that said, I'm going to end the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that some of this investment tips will help you to make a lot of money in the short term.